Apparently there's a little bit of rift in my Los Angeles Lakers organization over what trade to make, according to Jovan Buha of The Athletic. Apparently there's a tiff within the Lakers organization from internal voices over should the Lakers do a Kyrie Irving trade or a Myles Turner, Buddy Hield type of trade. So essentially Russell Westbrook is available by the Lakers. The Lakers would like to move off of Russell Westbrook, but they don't want to mortgage their future. They don't really want to bring back another $45 million contract, and they don't want to give up picks a part of the deal. You can't blame the Lakers. Look, I don't know this to be true, but everybody says this as fact. I've never heard LeBron James say this, or I've never heard somebody close to LeBron come out and say this, but everybody runs with LeBron James and Anthony Davis wanted Russell Westbrook, and this was their mess. Everybody runs with that. I don't know that to be true, but assuming that it was LeBron and AD to co-sign the Russell Westbrook move, I got to be honest with you guys. I'm not mad at my Lakers organization. I have not been the biggest fan of Jeannie Buss. I really like Rob Pelinka year one as VP following Magic Johnson. I have not liked Rob Pelinka the last couple of off seasons. I'm not really loving the Lakers off season right now. I'll give him a couple more weeks here until the Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving saga gets figured out. Thomas Bryant was a nice pickup, but losing Malik Monk when we got a guy that's making more money than Malik Monk on our roster in Taylor Horton-Tucker, and I believe he's a less of a player than Malik Monk, that makes me upset. I want Malik Monk over THT, no questions asked. I don't want a mini Westbrook when I already got Russell Westbrook on my team. The Russell Westbrook thing has been a disaster. It was a disaster last year. It'll be a disaster going forward. Look, I was chopping up some Russell Westbrook highlights last night. Crazy thing enough, the highlights don't look that bad. Like, he has a lot of lowlights that I might do a video on just the bad Russell Westbrook. But I got a lot of plays where Russ is throwing up lobs to LeBron for alleys. I'm like, dang, was it really that bad? Then I had to sit down and think, oh my goodness, you're losing your mind, FERRO. It really was that bad. Think back, stupid. Think back. So I'm not even going to let the Russell Westbrook highs fool me. It was bad last season. Laker Nation knows it. All right? Like, Russell Westbrook was awful. And if LeBron and AD co-signed that, you can't blame Jeannie Buss or whomever she's getting her intel from nowadays, whether it be Rob Pelinka, whether it be Kurt or Linda Rambis, whomever, Phil Jackson, whomever she's getting her information from right now. I can't be mad at Jeannie Buss saying, I don't know about this. Bron apparently wants Kyrie. LeBron is apparently reportedly putting some pressure on the Lakers to make the Kyrie deal. He apparently wants to reunite with Kyrie. But even let me be clear with you guys, Kyrie Irving is clearly a better talent than Russell Westbrook to me. But there are some things that come with Kyrie Irving that you just simply don't have to worry about with Russell Westbrook historically. Number one, more times than not, Russell Westbrook shows up to work. Like, you got to drag him off a basketball court. The opposite is true for Kyrie. You damn near got to drag him onto a basketball court, it feels like. Number two, Kyrie has left LeBron before. And not only did he leave LeBron, like, that's nothing to that. People demand trades. People want different situations. It's the NBA where superstars control the league. He wouldn't even give LeBron a meeting when he wanted out of Cleveland. Who's to say Kyrie Irving, who's in the last year of his deal, playing in the West Coast with LeBron and an Anthony Davis, that Kyrie's a better basketball player than, who's to say that Kyrie won't wild out this 1 year in Los Angeles with the Lakers just as non-committal as the Brooklyn Nets with giving Kyrie Irving a long-term extension? He might wild out again. He wilded out in Cleveland with the Cavaliers all in on him, willing to pay him whatever he wanted, willing to give him whatever they could. So I got to roll with the Lakers organization here. LeBron, have you really talked to Kyrie? Do you really think he's matured over the 4 or 5 years you guys have been separated? He left you once, fool. What's this saying? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I'm the damn fool. Like, are you sure Kyrie wants to play with you? Just a couple years ago, he told Kevin Durant on the podcast that he's finally happy that he's playing with somebody where he looks down the court, he knows that somebody down there can shoot that thing too. He talking about KD, not you, Bron. He doesn't believe that you can shoot that thing too. So I'm just saying, LeBron, have you really cleared the air with Kyrie? And are you 100% positive that Kyrie won't leave you again? If I'm the Lakers, I'm thinking, if this Kyrie Irving thing backfires, next year we become the Brooklyn Nets of this offseason. LeBron's not under contract following next year. He could leave. And if we know anything about LeBron, he will leave. Many people don't believe he will leave Los Angeles. I'm not so sure about that. I could see LeBron finding himself with the Warriors or something along. Like, he clearly wants to be in Golden State with Steph. Like, I could see LeBron figuring something out to stay on that West Coast, but maybe not the Los Angeles Lakers. Could he be a Clipper? I don't know. I'm just saying, like, let's not assume that LeBron wouldn't leave again to finish his career, go to a city that's, a team that's willing to draft his son in a couple years. LeBron will leave, if nothing else. We've seen him do it multiple times. The Lakers could end up being the Nets, losing Kyrie to nothing in free agency, losing LeBron, and being stuck with an injury-prone Anthony Davis who'll be 30. I'm with the Lakers organization here. It's not that we're against Kyrie. It's just, hold on, let's slow down and realize what a Kyrie Irving trade encompasses. Now, if the Lakers go get Kyrie Irving, let me be clear with you. To me, that's a team that could contend for a spot in the conference finals out west. I wouldn't put them as a favorite, but they can win with that team, in theory. But that's a big in theory. There are a lot of hypotheticals to Kyrie Irving, Anthony Davis, and even LeBron at this point in his career. LeBron gets injured often nowadays, at least one 30, 40 game injury a year. Anthony Davis is guaranteed to miss 30, 40 games every year. Kyrie Irving could go read a book and miss 20 games. Like, there are a lot of hypotheticals, and Kyrie's injury prone. There are a lot of hypotheticals to this potential Irving reunion that I understand why the Lakers are hesitant to pull the trigger on a deal, especially if they believe they could trade Russell Westbrook to Indiana for a Buddy Hield that I've wanted for the last 2 years for my Lakers. I think he's a perfect fit with LeBron. And a Myles Turner, who, if his head's on right, to me would be a nice compliment to Anthony Davis. Good shot blocker, not afraid to bang, can stretch the floor to 18 feet. If Anthony Davis doesn't got it going from the perimeter as a big, Myles can definitely do it. I like that team. I think Myles and LeBron could play off each other well at the rim and on the pick and pops. I like that Myles Turner Buddy Hield deal with a Pacers team that's currently in a rebuild. They could use a Russell Westbrook to sell a couple tickets. If nothing else, Russell Westbrook, if he gets on that Indiana team, he's taking that ball out of Tyrese Halliburton's hand and going for triple-doubles night in, night out again. It's something for the Pacers, for a franchise that doesn't have a lot of hype around it right now. So I like that move for the Lakers just as much as I like the Kyrie Irving move right now, because it comes with a lot less room for error.